Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Shokuho. I am finally learning how to actually say the mod name, as I am building a habit of saying it. I've said it so much in the past 2 days that I'm finally getting it right. But yes, welcome back once again, and I have some surprises for y'all. Didn't think I was going to be able to do this because of the UI issues that we were facing with My Little Warband and a whole bunch of other mods. Pretty much any mod that uses uses a GUI, it just completely borks it because they have their own custom UI for pretty much everything in the game. But I did manage to get it working with a couple of workarounds. Some weird tactics though. But anyways, let's roll right into this. First of all, let's go ahead and thank the channel members. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Tobias. And we have a new channel member. Thank you, Mooncheese04, for becoming a channel member at Clan Tier 1. I appreciate that very much. And as I previously stated, I didn't think I was going to be able to do this, but we've actually been able to fulfill some of those for this series. First of all, let's go ahead and put a point in, and then I'll roll into what I have done. As you guys can tell, my voice is kind of cooked, so I'm trying my best here. 6 videos in one day was a bad idea. That was too much for it, so I'm kind of nursing it here. I do apologize for any coughing or anything like that, but I'm on the grind for y'all. I'm putting the vocal cords on the line. But yes, let's go for See, scouting sounds really nice. It's either scouting or riding that we're gonna put our point into, or we could go athletics too. That would be something. Let's see, what is in the athletics tree that is useful for us? I believe there is a perk in here where they have a lower chance of escaping. Yeah, right here. So we could have gone for that, but we ended up going for the party size and the persuasion chance. Imposing stature there. I believe they've renamed most of the stuff in this mod. I'm not exactly sure. But I think, because if we get the 225 riding perk, where is it at? It's right here. Minus 50% chance for prisoners to escape governed settlements and in our party. That is pretty strong, and that will definitely help in our world conquest journey here. And it'll make it go a lot faster. Now, the question is, do we want to go for riding or scouting? I think we're going to go for riding. It means I'll actually have to do some active work there, but that is okay. Now it's time for me to show you, finally, 3 minutes into the video, Ghost finally gets to the point. But yes, we were able to insert our companion names here. So I use a mod called Character Manager. I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it, but it is the way that I have found that works like really good with most mods that don't adjust the UI. But so I had to, it pops up this little save and load button down here, but if you save and load it while the game is open, it will crash 100%. But if you save all of them, close the game, open up the text file in your documents under the Bannerlord folder in the Character Manager folder, you can change the names, launch the game back up, and then finally, you can click the load button for each one of these, but you just got to be very, very, very careful when executing something like that. But as you will see, we have a full party now. I have also gone out off camera and recruited us some new troops. Okay, these are the Tokugawa, basically OP samurai. Now, they have a gun unit, a bow unit, a Yari unit, a horse archer unit, and then a mounted cavalry unit. Oh, the voice is really giving up on me here. I'll try to get through these videos here the best that I can. I'll nurse it a little bit, maybe be a bit quieter, not as excited. But yes, I did go out and get 10 of those guys, and we already had one of them. Those guys cost 1,500 a piece. They are extraordinarily expensive to recruit and upkeep. And you'll see that I am losing a quite large amount of influence already. So, we have a few things to do, though. We did hit Clan Tier 2 in the last episode, so it is finally time to join the Oda proper here. Now there is like the faction screen and stuff like that in case we don't like what's going on here. Let's see here. That's not the right one. Where are you at, Mr. Nobunaga? Man, he must have used up all of his yeah, Oda Nobunaga. We can go ahead and send him a messenger there. It's gonna arrive in 3 days. And there's Mr. Autosave keeping the playthroughs alive, as always. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Man, dude, I have been absolutely blown away with the support. I cannot believe it. It is this is more support for a series than I have ever received before. But we now should be able to join as a actual noble instead of just a mercenary here. I would like to be more than a mercenary. I would like to pledge myself as a vassal. I am ready, Oda Nobunaga. I swear homage to you as lawful daimyo. I will be your loyal man as long as my breath remains. And I will be at your side to fight your enemies should you need my sword. And I shall defend your rights and the rights of your legitimate heirs. Very nice. So, ooh. Skilled Kina Yari. Those guys are pretty good. They're not too bad at all. They have 130 pull arm. So I mean, like, they are definitely what I would call solid for sure. We'll go ahead and grab those guys. That's gonna put us over the troop limit, but I believe there are some lower tier troops. Oh, by the way, you can sort by tier. The button is right here. It's just hidden. You can't see it because they didn't put a model for it. They forgot. I thought that was quite hilarious, though. All right, let's scroll all the way down to the bottom here, and we'll get rid of you guys, you, sir, and we'll get rid of, let's see, Tosan or Inai. We can get Teppo Samurais out of those guys, and they also have the Kinai Yari there. Oh, there also is these guys too that we can get rid of. The long Yari and the trained. Let's go trained Yari here. We do have quite a few Yari. I want to keep the long Yari because they have a longer Yari. I mean, bigger equal better, right? And then these guys. Okay, so one thing I did figure out going into the tree, I thought the Oda clan was just terrible. But I think these guys might be the silver lining. They have a weapon that has 97 swing damage and 164 length. So in mid-ranged combat and mid-ranged melee combat, those guys might be a serious threat. We'll go ahead and get rid of one of the gun units just to round out the party there. And a 76 cut sword that is significantly worse than our current sword. So we'll go ahead and keep our sword, but you can have that. Oh man, it looks so sick too. I wish I could have kept that. Yeah, 96 length, dude. That's not bad. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, okay, so I think I have room for one more companion as well. Thank you, my lord. Appreciate it. All right, I must go now. That is going to end our mercenary contract, which will stop our revenue from coming in just by simply fighting looters. Instead of making double what we were going to be making, but we are making a little bit of tribute income. Now, see, we're losing 709 per day. That is what I would call a significant amount of money loss a day. For sure. Let's see here. What was I going to do? Yes, check the clan and see. Yep, okay, so we can have 5 companions now. That will be plenty to fill out the new channel members and stuff like that that do start joining up here. I would recommend you do it, man. It's a pretty good deal. And I also have one more announcement here. So it turns out player settlements does actually work, but huge caveat here. They do not have the town models, the village models, or the castle models, the castle templates, meaning like how it actually looks. So, unfortunately, I will not be renaming big towns after channel members or commenters. But here's a caveat. I will, however, rename the villages because I really don't give a fuck what a village looks like. It doesn't bother me one bit. And if we eventually have to fight a battle there, who really gives a fuck, right? We are at peace with the Tokugawa now. Let's go ahead and head down this way. Chase down some of these looters here. And I think, ooh, do we want to get on a ship and go for a sea battle? That might be an idea, but first, let's go show off these new troops here. We'll wait for Nightfall to attack here. I have adjusted the party size of the actual what is it called? Let's get the companions in here too. I have adjusted the actual party size of looter parties, but I did reduce the amount of them, so like the amount that are just roaming around, but I increased the amount that were around hideouts, and I also increased the amount of hideouts. So hopefully that kind of balances it out a little bit. It seemed that the game was a little bit buggy with Shokuho when we had that many entities on the campaign map. So hopefully this has sorted it out, though. I did do a little bit of testing. I fought a couple of looter parties just to see if I could get some new ones to spawn around a hideout, and they do, and they are quite large parties, though. All right, boys. Fire at will. And charge. All right. We are looking quite glorious here. Oh. Everyone. Fire at will. Everyone move to this position. And then I'll tell everybody to charge. Hopefully these guys can catch up. All right. First battle, so to speak, of the series, or not the series, the episode here. We of course have our lovely long Nodachi there, or Odachi. I can't remember which one it is. Look at the fireflies though, man. These maps are just absolutely gorgeous. Whoever did these maps, I want to kiss you on the mouth. Like, dead serious. I'm engaged right now to my my fiance, a very lovely woman, but you can't compare it to the well, okay, hold on. I got to be very careful about how I say this. This is getting close to approaching her beauty, and she's a quite beautiful woman. This is pretty good though. Oh, 2 for 1 every Thursday, boys. Is it Taco Tuesday? Nope. 2 for 1 Thursday, baby. All right, and we have a quite high athletic skill, so we can actually almost outrun our troops there. To be able to eventually should be able to cut through those kinds of guards. I mean, he's holding a dagger, and now RBM would fix that. But RBM is incompatible with this mod due to some UI issues and some balancing issues. You can use the posture system, but it's not super consistent and pretty buggy overall. All right, let's get in the middle of these guys and start swinging. There's 2 for 1. There's another one down. And another one down. Come on, guys. What do I pay you for? But these Tokai Hatamoto are very, very deadly indeed. They will slot into the infantry formation. No problems at all. Oop. Frog sneaking up in my throat there. I'm gonna get in trouble for those fiance comments. I almost guarantee it. I didn't mean it, baby. I'm sorry. It's a beautiful map, but you're way more beautiful. All right, very well then. Well, that was underwhelming. I mean, he basically did absolutely nothing there. Wow. I would expect better from a Yato bandit boss there. Won't be doing the Japanese voices. My throat is cooked enough. But we do have 5 options when we upgrade these guys. We have the gun samurai here, the Teppo Hatamoto. the Yumi Hatamoto, Yari Hatamoto. I'm gonna stop saying Hatamoto and just say horse archer and then mounted cavalry there. I guess mounted cavalry is kind of redundant, but yes, the mounted samurai there. Now, going off of history and a few commenters, and I actually did some research on this, and they were correct. So apparently, an accurate level of bow to gun ratio would have been 3 to 4 bowmen per one gun troop, and I read somewhere that it was 3 to 5 per gunman in the poorer kingdoms and the kingdoms that were not as friendly with the West or East if you go far enough. You know, if you really think about it with a global perspective there. But I think we're going to go. Mounted bodyguard sounds fun to me, honestly. It really does. They are really, really good. And I'm sure they look very cool. Yeah, they look so cool. I think that's what the Tokugawa were fighting me with. So yeah, we're going to go and upgrade those guys to a mounted bodyguard. And they actually do have some decent loot here. It's not terrible, but we have a lot of upkeep to do now that we are no longer a mercenary. We really, really need Oda Nobunaga to start a war. And I think eventually we'll do a ship battle. That would be really, really cool. But I have heard some bad things about the ship battles. Not that they're not cool, because they are fucking epic, but that they are quite laggy and buggy. So we do got to be kind of careful about that. Let's head back up here to Kyosu. And maybe we'll do it a little bit more exploring around. Why not, right? While we are at times of peace here, it is always good to hone the mind with the ways of the land. That's only going to get us 500. That's not even enough to upkeep our troops for an entire day. We definitely need to start getting some more. I guess that's 800 with the ransom of those prisoners, but we definitely need to start fighting some larger parties. And I think heading down here is going to be the way to go. I mean, we could go down here towards the towards Sunpa over here. That is also an option. I'm very excited to get player settlements introduced. Once we hit Clans Tier 4, of course, that is when we are able to actually build settlements. But this map is super fleshed out. I mean, there's a couple of dead spots. Like, I could definitely put a castle right there along the riverbank. So, I mean, we'll definitely take a look at it. Now, like, this big area right here, I noticed this immediately. There's not really much, and there's a temple here. I don't know. Sounds pretty good to me, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure y'all join the Discord, by the way. Link is in the description. I do post when I go live, which is not very often, but it has been more often than previously. But yeah, I do post there, and also you get notified when videos go live. There's a specific channel for that. It will ping you. And then I'll also give that that channel membership a look-see. It's a pretty good deal. I mean, 99 cents to get a town named after you is a really good deal. And it's honestly just a list for me to fulfill stuff more than anything, because I'm crap and I can't remember who I'm supposed to give stuff to. So I needed a list. There's a temple there, a shrine. Duel location. Okay. This is the first time I've seen this. I have heard about these. Now, this may be a mistake, but I'm going to approach the figure. And I guess we're going to have our first duel? We'll walk with our little... Oh, okay. You look interesting. We can talk to him. I see you carry a weapon. Would you care to test your skill with it? Do you know who I am, good sir? I am Miyamoto Musashi. one of the greatest swordsmen to ever live. I mean, controlled by an absolute buffoon, but still Miyamoto Musashi. I mean, he's a very powerful individual, and I'm in some quite heavy armor. Sure. I'll fight with a katana. Very well, let's begin. Oh, throat. All right, here we go, boys. I feel like he's at a bit of a disadvantage here, fighting with that weapon. Oh, shit. He did get a strike off. I need to close the distance where his bow staff is not effective. Okay, never mind. It's a fucking very effective. Holy shit. Oh my god, I can't even... Okay, maybe you are a match for Musashi. I haven't even landed a hit. I didn't even land a hit. Pathetic? What do you mean? You're overpowered. You know what? I'm going to come back on another save with a character with 500 in every stat, and I'm going to show you what pathetic is. Okay? Well, he pieced me up. Good lord, man. Oh yes, I did want to say as well, we did try to get my little warband working, and it does not work. Oh, duel location disappeared. Okay. So I guess if you don't win the duel, it does disappear. That is good to know. Maybe I was a bit overzealous. I think I need that perk where I can cut through their guard. Is there a how do you do heavy attacks? I've seen I think you can do heavy attacks in this mod. I'm not sure. I'm gonna check the options here as I'm very shit. And I need help. Let's see. Where's combat? It's probably like right up here. Sheath weapon. Okay, let's see. Attack. How do you do heavy attacks? Switch weapon usage. No, that's not it. Lock target. No. There's got to be a way to do heavy attacks, right? I'll figure it out. I could always Google it. It's not cheating, it's using my resources. Okay, so heavy attack is when you hold it. Okay, that's how you do a heavy attack. All right, good to know. We'll continue venturing here into the Hojo lands. Maybe we'll come across another site to duel. Duel. Yeah, that guy absolutely destroyed me though. I'm slightly concerned for for the future taking on those guys. There is a hideout over here. That is a promising thing to see. That means looters and money, and we are in desperate need of money for sure. Oh, 64. That is that's good enough for me. Ah, shit. Civil war is broken out against the Sagara no Rugyo, the Indu no Rugyo, read by Indoshi. Okay. Does that affect us in any way? Nope. Nope, we're good. All right, cool. All right, bandits, time to meet your maker. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't have a version of My Little Warband ready to go. It wouldn't take that much work, especially for the devs of Shokuho, to actually do that, because they have all the files and they know where everything's at, and they're more familiar with how everything works than let's say me trying to face fuck my way into getting the getting the mod to work. Yeah, not super effective when when you try to do that. Let's put him in shield wall. So let's try this. Let's try stretching him out in one long line. There we go. The gun units should kneel. So if we get a full battalion of gun units, they can do kneel to fire and stuff. So they can fire by rank, which will be quite cool to see. Not quite yet though. I may find a way to separate out the gun units and the bow units, but for now they're going to be kind of mixed in. It looks like these guys can fire no problem. It's probably just left to right that they're going to struggle with. Oh, these guys are tearing these dudes apart. All right, well, let's go get some kills before they kill them all. They do have 7 archers, so maybe we'll try to track some of those guys down. Oh, well, I missed everybody. Okay. All right, let's tell the infantry to charge. Should be able to just waltz right through that formation. No problems. Man, this sword is so long, dude. It's almost longer than that guy's spear there. 2 for 1 every Thursday. All right, very nice. Taking most of them out. These battles are going to be really easy, of course. I mean, they are just bandits. They're not going to be super effective, but the renown gain is still pretty nice, man, and the influence gain's even better. And if we ransom those prisoners, I mean, that's going to be pretty good. All right, let's add another one to the mounted bodyguard there. And looks like we got a few others upgrading. All right, so these guys, the Tosan Jizumorai, it literally sounds like Jiz Samurai, by the way. I'm trying really hard not to make it sound like that. Now that I pointed it out is probably easier to hear. One other redeeming factor of the Tosan troops and the Oda troops is these Kanasabo. The Saibo. I'm gonna say Saibo. Yeah. The Saibo guys have 210 and two-handed. Yeah, these weapons look quite formidable indeed. I mean, they do 118 swing damage. I believe it's blunt damage though. I mean, it's a big wooden stick with iron on it. But we're gonna go ahead and turn these guys into the Tosan Yumi Samurai for now, and then maybe we'll consider when we need to refresh some of the infantry troops, we'll turn some of those guys into that there. We do have 2 veteran mounted bodyguard here now. That's going to be very expensive for us. Luckily, they had some decent loot on them. We're going to be burning through cash, though, like, seriously. For the next series, I'm going to uninstall Shokuho, and then I'm going to reinstall it on my SSD. So the load times are faster, so I don't waste y'all's time. I just don't want to mess around with it right now, because I had a whole, like, maybe 2 hours of crashing on stream. I had to delete the VOD because somebody said some TOS words, but it wasn't me, by the way. It wasn't me. Somebody else said some TOS words. And let's see. Ooh, 20% carrying capacity is pretty freaking good. So we'll stick with that. Do any of our characters have any level ups? Doesn't really look like it, but that's okay. We do need one more companion. I guess we could recruit them in this episode, rename them off camera, and then bring them in to the next episode. That would be quite cool. Of course, got to sort by alive. We need them to be alive. That's ideal if they are. We are looking for somebody with really good skill in party management and stewardship skill. That kind of looks like all of the companions that I've discovered, at least. We can go over to Minowa here, and we will. Oh, we could participate in a tournament too. I think we will do that. But first, let's go to the Tavern district here. And, ooh, Sakai Horse Gunners. Interesting. Medicine. I mean, that's not exactly ideal there. we'll go to this tavern here, and we'll talk to the tavern master, and he can give us some leads on some people. I think this I Ghost, that's not the alt key, that's the tab key. What are you doing, buddy? A little bit of fat fingers going on there. Do apologize about that. All right, let's ransom our prisoners first, and then we'll visit the tavern here. Man, 6 prisoners, only 35 gold, and they were bandits? I would have thought we got a little more for that, but I guess not. All right, press the alt key. There we go. Interesting. All right, let's talk to this guy. I'm looking for some people to hire with so very specific set of skills. All right. It is very cheap to do this. So we can go through here and do this. And this will give us leads on some other companions. Sometimes it may not. But that's okay. All right, so we should have got some more leads there, hopefully. That is an effective way, by the way, because like they will know of companions in nearby towns. So I'm pretty sure it works the same in this mod as it does in the others, and the base game as well. So we should have learned about a few more people here. Okay. Kisuke the Knowing here. Engineering, one-handed and guns. Okay, that's not terrible. But we do need some good party leaders. And that is all we discovered there. Shit. He made me waste my gold. What an asshole. Execute him. Make him commit seppuku. That is the most disgraceful thing. Make them commit ritual suicide. Oh yeah, and there's the tournament here. Let's go and join that. The influence bonus and the gold from that is very, very good. We need every last I wanted to say talons, but that's not correct. I hope you guys are enjoying the series as we are building up to a not a crescendo here, but just building up to a higher level here and a more interesting all 3 going for me. Okay. Let's stay out of it here. Stay out of it, stay out of it, stay out of it. Nice. Let's gank this guy. There we go. So heavy attacks there. Okay, maybe just regular attacks. There we go. We won that round, though. Nice. All right. 2v2 here. Hopefully it's not archers. Thank God. All right, they're both going after me. That's fine. Realizing that he was the greater threat there. Although he was wrong. Yeah, oh, the heavy attack there. Nice. All right, 1v1 here. I am betting on myself here. All right, let's see what we get. Katanas here. Yeah, I knew you were going to. And we dodged the stab there. Yeah, you do. It is quite hard to stab with a katana. I don't know if y'all know that. It's pretty difficult to stab with a katana. It's a curved sword, so you're not actually stabbing where you think you're stabbing. It's a cutting weapon. It is meant for cutting. Stabbing is also very effective at armor pierce. So if you're going up against a heavily armored opponent, definitely maybe try for the stab there. Let's go check out the leaderboards here. I believe that's our 4th tournament win, 5th tournament win actually. We are climbing our way up the leaderboard. We only have to get to 13, which is not too bad at all. I mean, that's definitely achievable. Of course, that will keep going up as the series progresses. Let's go ahead and trade in our goods here. All right. We got a new horse, I believe. Or one of the same horses there. Yeah, one of those. Those guys aren't terrible, but they are not... oh, we're not going to get anything there. So yeah, let's not do that. And we have plenty of food and plenty of resources. So we don't need to buy any of that stuff. The party morale is starting to climb. Someone asked me why I stack leadership. So this increases the morale of parties under your command, plus 8.6, right? The way to increase stewardship is gain party morale from food variety, quartermaster, yada yada yada. But the higher the party morale, the quicker you will gain stewardship skills. So you'll see some people are like, oh, I thought leadership didn't give you party size. It does give you party size, just indirectly. And also it's a very important skill tree for later on in your playthrough. It allows you to organize armies more effectively. It is overall just a very good... Let's go to Kofu over here. Why not? And let's actually... Ooh. Okay. Check this out. Just some rebels. Okay. Is that in the... Ooh, we could snipe that castle maybe, but that would be a really hard fight. Yeah, I'll stick to fighting my looters. Thank you. Gonna track these guys down. Go into another battle here. I'm gonna send the infantry straight into combat here because I do need those samurai to level up. Those the Jins. God damn it! I'm just thinking of the joke now. The Jin samurai. We do need those guys to get some levels, so we'll send them straight into infantry combat here. All right, ready? Here we go. Go for it, boys. Look at our lovely cavalry here. Looking very, very sexy indeed. Let's go ahead and go get some riding skill for ourselves here. There is 50 of them, so we have a good chance of getting some. We could ride straight through the middle here. Why not? Oh, that's 5 dead guys in one swing. What if we went this way? Oh, that's another 5. Okay, cleave damage is broken in this game. Someone please fix. Yeah, when you're riding on a 61 speed horse, that probably tends to happen. I can't believe I killed 10 guys there with 2 swings. That was incredible. It was so cool. So the cleave damage, I guess, functions as if you had a heavy 2-hander in the base game. Something like an axe or a long pole arm. Usually you can't hit 5 guys with it. That's pretty impressive, I will say. We don't have the required XP to do that, but we do have it to make that guy a mounted bodyguard there. I'll be rolling around with those guys in battles. That'll be really, really cool. And now that I think about it, let's get some of these guys. These guys look really good. 210 two-handed. They just don't have the super high armor tier as some of the other troops. They're not bad though. They're really not bad. All right, perfect. Looks like we got some decent gear there. We're really just working on increasing the clans here, increasing the party size, and building up the money reserve so that when we go to war, we don't go bankrupt chasing around parties all day. All right, let's go towards this hideout and we'll see if we can find any more parties around it. Don't want to really destroy it until we search out the area around here. All right, doesn't really look like there's much. All right, yeah, I guess we will go for that hideout now. More upgrades? Nope, just the prisoners there. All right, wait until nightfall here, and our money supply is dropping rather rapidly, so that is quite alarming. But I think we'll be okay. Let's take the good old companions in here, and we'll take We'll take these guys in as well. That's going to be my pretty much my my go-to force for confronting hideouts. I can't like okay, so if we got an even faster horse, like if we got one of those lean fast war horses, then we could potentially slice up to like 10 guys or something like that. Do fire at will and then charge. Fire at will. Charge. There we go. Gotta make sure they all stay together here. Companions there trailing a little bit behind. They all look really good though. Definitely need to get them some better armor at some point, but can't really afford that right now. It's not in the budget. Musashi, of course, being a brilliant tactician as well as swordsman, so he knows the ins and outs of running an army. 85 cut damage there. That's pretty crazy. Only a defending army of 12, so this should be a pretty easy sweep for us. Oh, fucking noises these guys. He literally just made the noise that I was talking about. There we go. Miyamoto cutting down both of those guys there. Looks like I've already got a level up in some skills there. Two-handed's now 137. All right, let's go after these guys here. Yeah, one slice and you're down, buddy. Two and you're down. I could have confronted this hideout by myself, honestly. As long as I don't get swarmed, I think I'm okay. I might do that at some point. Yeah, you can do like a big circle swing. So you can come in here and just go like that. And you can swing all the way around in a huge arc. Absolutely huge. So I'll start the swing over here. You can see there, I'm still hitting that guy. That's a little tactic from some multiplayer there for you. I think I will be participating in a event on Friday. I'll maybe be streaming it. We'll have to see. I know Sunday is Father's Day and I'll be with family then, so maybe not as many videos coming out on that day. All right, we're rolling right along here. Very well, sir. Make him miss there. And two, and you're down. He put up a little bit better of a fight than the last guy did. Zoku. I so badly want to call these guys Zuko bandits. You know, Avatar: The Last Airbender. A really, really good show if you have not seen it. The original Airbender, Avatar: The Last Airbender, not the live action shitty movie. That's not what we're talking about here, guys. I will grab some more of those Saibo guys. And I'll actually learn how to say that next episode for y'all, so y'all don't have to listen to my my stupid ass pronunciation. You know, I think pronunciation is correct and not pronunciation. So when people say pronunciation, they're actually mispronouncing the word. It's because it's the past tense. They're not saying it correctly. That's kind of like a little not exactly double negative, but it's something, man. It's funny. It's funny, whatever it is. Speed damage on foot. Charge damage. That could be good. Yeah, reduce charge damage. Like, because if they ever have to fight cavalry, that will help out with cavalry a lot. Like, seriously a lot. Let's start heading back towards actually let's go let's see, we just beat that hideout over there. Let's go over this way. Let's head up into these lands up here. We have been up there before, but we'll go ahead and head back that way. I believe we have been up there before. I'm not exactly sure. And we'll just enjoy the beautiful scenery of this map, dude. It's absolutely stunning. I may be able to actually turn up some of the map features at this point because I don't want to make the game crash, and maybe I won't. Maybe I'll save it for the next series, and I can experiment around off camera on a new save with that. Let's head over that way. Why not? We're not fighting any wars right now. We're totally fine. Gain a point in stewardship. Very nice. We can have 116 in the party there. We are building up our forces rather quick. You'll see that stewardship keep going up as our morale starts to maintain at a high rate, or maintain at a high level. We'll keep heading over this way. Let's see. Any hideouts for me over here? It is going to be looters and hideouts for a little while, but that's just simply because one, we need money, and two, it's a really good way to gain renown, as you can see. Well, okay, that's not exactly a good representation of that, but we can also discover new companions along the way. Let's keep heading up this way. Niigata. There. We'll head up that way. Oh, 70 looters. That's too much to pass up. We'll definitely have to take those guys on. Yeah, I will be doing the stream Friday with the multiplayer event there. I may be actually leading some people. I'm not sure if I will be, but I'll probably be serving as a soldier for a while. As I am 10 years removed from Bannerlord multiplayer. Let's spread them out a little bit more into like 2.5 lines there to allow some of our lower level troops to get in on the fight. There we go. That's 2 lines. Perfect. And we'll set the let's set the archers to yeah, 70 versus 70. All right. Let's just put the cavalry over here, and we will let's see, ranged influence is higher there. And put you with the ranged. And you are also ranged influence. I guess cavalry influence as well. Set you with those guys. Yeah, you have more cavalry influence. I'll stick you with the cavalry. You can be a part of my elite bodyguard here. I'm interested to see if I set these guys to fire at will and spread out, if they will actually be able to shoot around my troops or over my troops or through my troops. Let's experiment a little bit here. These guys weren't scooting out because they're gun units and they had to do their little crouching reloads there. See, yeah, that's the problem right there. But with RBM, they actually shoot over the formation. All right, let's go get in some slashes here with good old Musashi here. Ride right through the middle here. Not as effective as that other time, but still pretty effective. Oh, that's 2 there. And I got stuck on a tree. We need to avoid doing that as much as possible. Let's try to get this big group here. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, boys. And we'll sit back here to watch our troops go to work here. All right, boys. Engage. And we'll try to get a nice little ride down the line here. Slash. Ah, tree saved your life there, buddy. And we'll clean up the remains here. There's some water there. I don't know where exactly it's at. Maybe it's a little creek there that I didn't see. Oh, double trouble for that guy. Those guys are chasing that guy down rather quickly. I'll go ahead and get over there a bit quicker on my horse, though. Oh, there's actually a couple of them over here to take out. We'll take out the lead guy first. 142 cut, man. That's insane. Three swings, 3 kills. 4 renown there, 10.9 influence, 2.4 morale. Also, fighting a lot of those kinds of battles will net you a huge amount of Odachi or Naginata heavy infantry. Okay, let's see here. These are Hokuri. Oh my gosh. Hokuriku. Hokuriku. There we go. Hokuriku troops here. 2-handed polearm and 2-handed polearm. Yeah, let's go Odachi, I think. I think Odachi are a bit better. These guys will go to Odachi as well. We'll upgrade those guys. And then let's get some more of these Let's check out the axe troops. They're not, let's see, they get a, let's see what kind of weapons they get here. They get a samurai axe, which is a two-handed axe. It's not really that effective, though, it looks like. So we'll just grab those guys with those. And then we need to start turning the Tosan guys into bow units here. Let's see. Inai, Yari, Samurai. Skilled Kinai there. Go Teppo as well. I think we'll go Yari Samurai. We need a bit more oomph in the pole arm exchange. There we go, boys. This might be a bit of a shorter episode, just because I'm trying to rest the voice a little bit. And it is quite cooked, as you can tell. I'm speaking much more softly and a little bit less excitedly. I'm trying to keep the energy upbeat though for y'all. All right, we got to level up here. Riding and athletics, yeah. Put a point into endurance. That'll increase both of those. Now, I think riding would be good. Or two-handed. Maybe we go two-handed, yeah. Need to get my combat skills up there. Oh, we are draining the coffers. For sure, though. Yeah, let's go up to Niigata up here. Are these rebels? I don't know if they are. There's some looters there. We'll leave those guys alone. Not exactly large enough for us to fight here. There is a tournament here. Let's go to the Tavern District, ransom those prisoners. Let's check out what kind of troops they got over here. Veteran Yumi Ashigaru. Looks like just regular troops for the most part there. Let's go and trade. And I will be right back. I'm going to go use the bathroom. I'll stop the recording, cut it real quick. But yes, BRB. All right, welcome back. After my little potty break there. Had to fucking DD Mao off to the restroom there. Let's go see what is going on over here with this siege. We are quite far from our homelands, so we do need to be a little bit careful if a war is declared on somebody. Are these guys a rebel faction? Ashina, I think this is one of those rebel factions that was mentioned in the event thing. Let's see. Ashina, yeah. Towards Gyarios. Whoa, 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 whoa. The Empire? No, that's heresy. We don't want to look at that. That's heresy. I'm never reading the description on another leader ever again. Devs need to go replace that for sure. Oh no, it looks like they are a legitimate kingdom. I do want to come check out the Date troops though. Oh my good god. Okay, those are some significant parties here. I don't know if we could take all three at once. That might be a challenge. But I think we can take two. Definitely gonna have to use some actual proper tactics this time though. I can't just throw my men in there and hope for the best. We did get a point in stewardship. Wounded troops in my party are no longer paid, or plus 25% influence gain. Oh, interesting. I would say wounded troops are no longer paid is probably better, but 20% effect boosting is really nice to have. I really need my companions to start getting some skills here, man. They are lacking in that skill development department for sure. I know sending them off on their own definitely does help. And we'll do that once we have the money, but we don't have the money. We're broke. We're flat broke. We are gonna have to take this fight in a smart way. So let's use this hill to our advantage. Why not? Classic tactics: use the hill to allow your ranged troops to fire over it, or over your frontline infantry. Now, normally with a bow, you could do that anyways, but we don't have RBM, so unfortunately, I cannot get this line long enough. Good lord. There we go. Is that long enough for you? That's what she said. Yes, there we go. That is a long enough line now. Let's set the infantry up in front of these guys here. Let's do something like that there. And we could back them up further onto this side of the slope, but I think this is good enough. Yeah, that's plenty. All right, let's bring these guys back here. We'll keep the cavalry out of the engagements for now. God, our troops look cool. And we could stand to back the archers up just a touch. Move those guys over a bit, and we'll try to back the archers up just a hair. Yeah, there we go. That allows us to get a few more guys up on the hill here. And the ranged units are going to be quite important in this fight. We do have an advantage, of course. I think we're going to actually have to send the cavalry in. Let me go ahead and start going for some hacks in here. They do have 123 archers. That is kind of scary. Okay, we'll stay out of that there. I don't really want to... Man, they're going to lose so many troops charging across there. All right, cavalry charge. We need to go tac cam here and move the archers up. I don't want to take him completely off the hill. All right, we'll go back in here. And we'll come back around with our katana, or our Nodachi here. All right, yeah, we are tearing these guys up. I mean, it was kind of expected, but just didn't know how well we were going to do. Oh, yeah, we're annihilating these guys. It wasn't even close. We could have taken all three of the parties. My riding skill is now 100. Very nice. Two-handed skill now 143. Let's start cutting these guys down here. There we go. Riding now 102. The more damage you do with a certain skill is how you gain the points here. There we go. There's 2 for 1 for you. And we'll cut these last couple of guys down. Yeah, you're not escaping, sir. I don't know what the hell you think you're doing. Very nice. 12 renown. Wow. 25 influence and 6.1 morale there. Very good. Yari Ashigaru. Do they have anything cool? These Sea Raiders are kind of cool. They don't look like they really have anything else going on there, though. And those are the same. Okay. We will take the prisoners, though. Prisoners are very nice for our cause. Got another one of those guys upgrading there. Let's take one of those boys. Yumi Samurai upgrading there. Some more bows. Some more bow action there. Get another one of those guys. And these guys have almost fully upgraded. They do take a while to upgrade because they have very, very short range at the start. But 120 in gun skill is nothing to scoff at. And we do have quite a bit of money now. That is, large bag of piercing arrows, 2 of them. Ordinary katana, 56 cut there. That's still really good. And this, decent armor there. Yeah, mostly just some scraps, but every little bit counts when it comes to a series like this. It will all go towards the cause here. Yeah, man, I think that riding through an infantry formation with the cleave damage is like one of the coolest things I've ever seen in a mod by far. Let's see here. Riding plus 5% top speed in the mountain, plus 2% party speed. Yeah, I'd rather have the party speed. I mean, that's not even really a question. Didn't we gain? No, we're at 144. We almost have that. We can deflect projectiles by blocking with our 2-handed sword. Holy fucking shit, that's crazy. Okay, that's wild. Yeah. I did want to check one campaign option here. Okay, auto allocate is off. That's good. There's definitely a hideout. Oh, 172 mountain bandits. Yeah, that might be, that's a real challenge, I would say. Oh, they're running from me, though. That's a good sign. That may be a false sense of security. They are all bow units, yeah. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. Okay, if they have to come to us... Okay, you know what? I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, just for you guys. This is going to be a tough fight. They outnumber us by 61 troops there. If my math is correct, which I failed math multiple times. Both in high school and in college. That's why I'm a history major, man. Don't gotta fuck around with those numbers. Do gotta fuck around with the words, though, and unfortunately, dyslexia does not help. Man, after drinking that tea, it does help the throat quite a bit, I will say. We have a hill that we can use to our advantage. Now, this looks very, very flat. But if we pull them back into the forest here, that would be an idea. And we do actually have a hill to our advantage right here. So we can have the infantry take cover in the trees right there. And then we can put the archers up on the hill behind them there. There we go. Getting most of those guys up on, and we're gonna charge down off of the hill, so we could push these guys up just a little bit. There we go. And we can have the archers deploy here. Once the archers start opening up, that's when I'm going to charge the infantry. There we go. That's a little bit better. And then our cavalry behind the hill. There we go. Perfect. All right, 172 versus 101. The biggest battle of the series for us individually so far. Don't want to run this horse into too many trees, though, of course. I'm going to go see if I can pull some of their arrows. This may be a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it anyways. They are all archers here, and riding very, very fast is a really good strategy. Okay, not when you hit a tree. Not when you hit a tree and deal a fuck ton of damage to your mount. Oh, okay, those arrows hurt. We are drawing out quite a few arrows, though, I will say. And they can't really hit me too easily, so that is always good. We can draw out a ton of arrows there. And our troops there in the trees. The Teppo there getting a kill. We can go for this guy. He's a straggler. Oh, we missed. Okay, unfortunate. His cape loaded in as we were riding by him. That's funny. Yep, we are delaying these guys quite a bit here. Drawing out quite a few arrow shots. Oh yeah, that's a lot of arrows coming at us. Cannot wait to get stuck into this fight over here. All right, the ranged troops are engaging now. And they are starting to engage as well, so we need to charge them here. Charge the cav as well. We're going to continue drawing fire away from our main frontline troops here. All right, now we're going to go get stuck in. Oh, yeah. Musashi there, cutting up many of these guys. Dealing a great amount of damage to them. I think they only have bows, so I could probably just sit in the middle of this formation here and cut guys down. Oh, Musashi's deadly, man. There we go. Our horse did take quite a few hits here, though. That's okay. 2 for 1 every Thursday, boys. All right, let's continue cutting these guys down. Oh, missed that guy. We'll go for these ones. See if we can get 2 for 1. Not quite. It's okay. And we'll just sit here and wait for these dudes to run on by. Cut their heads off in the process. Nice. And our mounted troops are cleaning them up. Looks like we lost one, maybe. Or maybe we lost the other. That one in a different battle. We do want to continue taking these guys out. They are free skill points, however, after all. They're quite easy to take out, too. There's a big group over here. All right, let's just slowly ride by. Oh, okay, I'm missing everything. Oh, they're now grouped up, though, so I can get... Okay, no, I can't. I missed. There we go, there's one. Man, I look like a pincushion right now. I took so much arrow fire. There we go. Oh, that's a cool noise. All right. 14 renown, 29.2 influence, 8 morale, 3 upgrades. We only lost 17. I think it is time we head back to our main province, though, and regroup a bit. All right, let's get rid of some of these guys until we have just enough space there. Perfect. All right, Tosan. Yeah, let's keep going for those guys. Those guys are pretty powerful, from what I understand. Teppo Monk finally getting his final upgrade there, or one of his final upgrades. Nice. And a decent set of armor. I may give that to a companion. We do need the money, but not that desperately. Tyler the Outcast has 40 body armor. Wow. What do I have? Okay, we have the same body armor as him. So I'm actually going to swap body armor with him. Just because I think his might look a bit cooler. What if I take these bad boys off? It looks about the same, to be honest with you. I think I do like this look a little bit better, though. So we'll go ahead and give him Tyler here. One of the channel members. Give him a nice, good set of armor there. But 38 both on these guys, so they do need some gear, but they don't need too much. Let's go ahead and see if there's anything here that they do need. Yeah, he does need some hand armor. Same with this guy here. Give him some hand armor. Very nice. Yeah, that's a lot of loot there. It's not good loot, but when you have that much of it, it turns into a pretty good way of making money there. All right. Looks like we got a skill upgrade here. Yep, two-handed, of course. When you're on that horse, man, it is pretty cool. Yeah, deflecting projectile is pretty awesome. And we did gain a point in medicine. Let's see here. Yeah, moving on the campaign map is really, really nice. All right, and I think we are going to bring this episode to a close, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the support in all my series, but in particular in the Shokuho series here. And I hope you guys are all enjoying the content and the inclusion of channel members as companions. It did take some work. Took about an hour of messing around before I did figure it out. And unfortunately, we couldn't get my little warband working. Someone else who's a lot smarter than me with some coding experience and some Bannerlord modding experience will have to take a crack at that one. But I imagine it'll be too long before we see that. Let me go and thank the channel members here, and then I'll give you guys a fond farewell. Thank you to Tyler, Moses, Jared, Walter, Tobias, and our newest channel member here, Moon Cheese. Thank you guys so much for continuing to support the channel, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Stay safe out there. Peace out.